Welcome back to the Yukon Project. If you got an offer for the Prosper credit card, you might wonder, is this a card that belongs in my wallet? Well, I can't answer that question for you, but I can give you the information that you need to answer it for yourself. Let's get after it. The Prosper credit card is a good card for people who are trying to build up their credit. They like to say that they welcome applicants with less than perfect credit. When they check their availability, they use a soft credit check, so applying won't affect your credit score. If you accept the card, you will see a hard inquiry hit your credit report. That could ding your credit 10 to 15 points for a couple of months, but provided you don't have repeated hard inquiries, it won't have a lasting effect on your score. Unlike other cards for people with less than perfect credit, this isn't a secured credit card. That means that you do not need to put down a security deposit. The APR for this card, like all cards, is variable and will float with the prime rate. The rate that you will currently get will depend on your credit profile and will fall between 22% and 35%. The APR will never exceed 36%. The annual fee on this card is $59, but Prosper will waive the first year's fee if you sign up for autopay before they issue your first statement. Most credit cards have a cash advance fee of 2 to 3%, but Prosper does not. If you do pull cash out of the card, the interest rate on the balance will be around 34%, or the card's top rate. The foreign transaction fee will be 1% of the transaction amount. Prosper does not charge an over-the-limit fee or a returned payment fee. They will charge a late fee if you miss a payment, and it could be as high as $40. Most of us have happily left the world of paper statements behind, but if you still want them, Prosper charges $1.99 per statement generated. We strive for the ideal of paying the balance in full every single month, but sometimes finances are tight and people choose to pay just the minimum due payment. That payment will include all accrued interest and fees, plus a principal paydown amount of 1% of the balance. That's not very much going towards principal. If you only pay the minimum, it would take you well over a decade to pay off a substantial balance. That's why it's always advisable to pay more than the minimum due payment. Prosper is pretty aggressive with their account review process. At least every 3 months, they will reevaluate your credit situation and make adjustments to your credit line. That's great if they raise your credit limit. It can be a little bit of a headache if they lower it. If it raises, you don't have to do anything and your utilization would drop. But the opposite is also true. If you currently have a credit limit of $2,000 with a $600 balance, your utilization is a manageable 30%. Suppose they get a little skittish when they review your account and lower your credit limit to $500. You didn't do anything and your utilization is now 120%. Popping over 100% on any card can give your credit score a serious hit. While this may not happen to you, it does happen to some. If you are anxious to use the card immediately, you can access 50% of your credit line with a digital card. You will be able to access your full credit line once the card arrives in the mail, which typically takes between 7 and 10 business days. The Prosper credit card is a good card if you're looking to build or rebuild your credit. The interest rate is on the high end, but you would expect that in a card designed for people who have less than perfect credit. Given that positioning, their fees are quite reasonable. If you have decent credit though, you could probably get a card with a lower interest rate, no annual fee, and maybe even one with rewards. If you have experience with the Prosper card, leave a comment below and tell us about it. We learn invaluable details from viewers just like you. It helps us to produce better videos and helps others know whether this would be a card for them. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us out, and we appreciate it. Thanks for watching.